Criteria 2 says demonstrate a competent understanding of the U.S. and California constitutions, functions, and governance of local governments, tribal government structures and organizations, the role of the citizen in a constitutional democracy, and democratic principles, concepts, and processes. That is dense. And then you go down here. Oh, and by the way, so these slides that we're in and are going to keep coming for the 5 criteria come directly from the CDE State Seal of Civic Engagement. I think Grace has already dropped that link into the chat. And so that's why you're seeing a lot of informationally dense text right here, because this is all, the criteria is just the small bullet point up top, but these are all the different things that they talk about looking at and how that can look into. And so when you dive into what the state is talking about with regards to this, it's basically completing the high school level of sequence courses for grades 10, 11, and 12. So US history, government, and world history. Now, it talks about completing those things with a passing grade. Well, what is a passing grade? And that gets into those kinds of conversations. So these 3 classes should be completed with a passing grade, whatever that means. And LEAs, so districts and schools can determine what that looks like. They also talk about other ways of being able to fulfill this. Maybe you have a content benchmark or a civic assessment or something like that. You can demonstrate your competent understanding of these things in a different way. And those are all ideas, avenues to consider. LEAs are encouraged. Student participation in local meetings at all 3 branches. So going to a school board meeting, maybe going to a city council meeting, maybe going to the courts, getting involved in local governance. Integration of experiential learning opportunities into these courses, simulations, all things to think about. And again, encouraging, possibly allowing for that grade 11 students to be able to fulfill these requirements so that they could get that seal. Now that would take some work because your grade 11, you need to pass that government class as a part of that, or at least demonstrate that competency beforehand. So that is work that would need to get discussed and figured out.